Wow, 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 wow. All I can say is wow. I want to give a huge congratulations to the Cincinnati Bengals. You have done it. You have broken the curse. The Cincinnati Bengals take down the Las Vegas Raiders. They get the 26-19 win here at home in the wild card round. What a way to start off the playoffs. The Bengals get their first playoff win in 31 years. Good God, welcome to the postseason. Welcome to the 2021 NFL playoffs. My God, what a way to start this off. Joe Burrow, man. Joe Burrow, he comes in and you could tell this man is the future of this franchise. He's the leader they need. This is their guy. He comes in and finally breaks the drought. They finally won a playoff game. Like, you just have to be proud of this moment. This is history. 31 years without winning a playoff game. Finally, they win. This is redemption for the loss they suffered in 2015. And for them to get this win by making a stop defensively, that's what really makes it special. Because if everyone remembers, they got that pick and it felt like it was over. And then they screwed up and we know what happened there. For them to end this the way they did, fantastic job. What do I got to say about the offense, man? Joe Burrow is fantastic. He's heading to the divisional round. He's looking great. Jamar Chase was a menace today. He was absolutely torturing this secondary of the Raiders. You got Tyler Boyd also involved. He got himself a touchdown. He was nice. Uzama got himself a touchdown. It was just fantastic. The running game wasn't really going off that much. Mixon was having some nice runs here and there, but it was clear the Raiders were doing everything in their power to make sure they stopped that so they could put more focus on trying to stop the pass game. But their secondary couldn't really keep up with the Bengals. And that's just what you got to say about this offense, man. They got so many weapons from Jamar Chase to T. Higgins, who didn't really have much of an impact in this game. They tried to target him, but he didn't do much. But from Jamar Chase to T. Higgins to Uzama to Tyler Boyd to Joe Mixon, they've got weapons all over this team, and they were displaying them today. Raiders secondary was trying their very best. Now I'll say this. In the first half, they were being aggressive. They were being very aggressive. They were taking shots. They were making plays. Joe Burrow was making some just absolute fantastic and spectacular throws. And Jamar Chase was making some amazing catches. Like, the connection between Burrow and Chase is just there. That is going to be that connection for the next decade. These two are just something beautiful to watch. So they were just, being aggressive in the first half, and they had the lead. But then all of a sudden you get to the second half, and it seemed like the play calling for the Bengals turned to be conservative. Like, they really ended up being conservative, and I'm very confused as to why they kind of pushed back. Like, they weren't being nearly as aggressive as you wanted them to, especially in the fourth quarter. It just seemed like they got to a point where they didn't want to take any risk, and they kind of wanted to just slow down the game, kill the clock, and just come out with this victory, which at the end of the day almost cost them. Being too conservative, and this play calling down the stretch just got really conservative, and I get it. Seeing this firsthand and how this play calling changed in the second half, I get some of the complaints Bengals fans have with their play calling, because the way they just switched up from being aggressive and taking over this game to being very conservative, and it almost ended up coming back and costing them this game potentially, that's concerning. That is a concern. But, at the end of the day, they got the win. Defensively, they did their job. They did everything they can to get to this man, Derek Carr. Early on in the game, they stripped this man, pick up the fumble, and that's a turnover right there. And at the end of the day, they end the game with yet another turnover. So this defense did their job. They sacked Carr a couple times. They were making a lot of great stops, making a lot of great plays. They were doing their thing, especially in the first half. Second half, they kind of pulled back a little, which allowed, the Raiders to slowly get back in the game. But at the end of the day, with the game on the line, fourth down, they made the play. So that was fantastic. In terms of the Raiders now, congrats once again to the Bengals. In terms of the Raiders, it's a tough loss. It's a very, very tough loss. I want to say this, despite the loss here, you got to be proud of what you guys have accomplished this season. Despite everything that's happened, all the chaos that has surrounded you guys, you somehow managed to make it to the playoffs. Be proud of that. Be proud of that. In terms of the game, you honestly look like the Raiders you've been all season. First half, not really doing much. Second half, you turn it up, you get this game close, and at the end of the day, you're looking at Derek Carr and hoping he can come up clutch. That's basically been the formula you guys have been running the entire year, and it got you to the playoffs. So I don't see why anyone's going to be mad at the way the Raiders play. I will say this, though. The turnovers hurt. Turnovers hurt. First turnover sucked, and then the final turnover sucked as well. Really, it sucked because it cost them the game. But other than that, the Raiders played the way I expected them to. Now, defensively, they cracked. First drive, they gave up a touchdown. In fact, in the first half, they did not play well at all. Well, I'm going to pull back on that. I'm going to pull back. They started out not playing well, and then after that, they played solid, but they were still giving up points. Yeah, it was field goals, but they were giving up points. They gave up 20 points in the first half. Can't have that. Can't have that. Now, it's different if they had multiple possessions, but the fact of the matter is, the first 4 possessions, which was pretty much all the possessions they had in the first half, all led to points. Touchdown, field goal, touchdown. The 5th possession they had in the first half was a knee. So the Raiders defense did not perform well in the first half. However, in the second half, they turned it up, man. They gave up 6 points in the second half. That's what I'm saying. This Raiders team becomes a different animal in the second half. Their defense gave up 6 points in the second half. And because of that defensive effort, they were able to get their team an opportunity to potentially tie the game. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get to that. So, yeah, first half was pretty much dominated by the Bengals. Though, I'll say this, Derek Carr and that offense did come up clutch. In the live stream, I was saying, it's 2-minute warning now. It's a 2-minute drive. The Bengals get the ball coming out of the half. You have to score a touchdown here. And lo and behold, they went down the field and scored a touchdown to keep it a 7-point game. Coming out of the locker room, once again, defense was doing what they needed to do. They finally started getting stops and forcing Bengals to punt the football, so that was good. But the offense just was not capitalizing on certain moments, and it honestly cost them down the stretch. But you get to the fourth quarter, and the game's still there, and Cincinnati's not really scoring, and all of a sudden, bam, it's under 5 minutes now, and they're at the red zone. They unfortunately do not pick up the first down. They kick the field goal, and now with about 3.5 minutes left, all the Bengals need to do is kill the clock, and they're going to win. But they decide to run the ball on first down, run it on second down, and they throw a check down on third and long, which obviously the Raiders snuffed out, which ended up causing them to punt the football. And all of a sudden, with under 2 minutes left to go, in fact, 1:51 left to go in the game, no timeouts, Raiders had to march 75 yards to score a touchdown to tie this game. All of a sudden, boom, they started going down the field. I'll say this about this game, which I wanted to wait till the end, but I'll have to say this now, especially because of the terrible roughing the passer call. But these refs were garbage today. These refs were terrible, awful officiating. Garbage, trash. I'm going to get out the way. They were trash. Terrible calls. Terrible. Hopefully we don't get more of that moving forward. But they were terrible in the play calling. My God, they were atrocious. But, yeah. They're marching down the field, 75 yards to go. And then they're getting there. Carr on 3rd and 17 threw a rocket, a strike to Waller to pick up the first down. Clock continues to tick. They're, next thing you know, it's 1st and goal. They're at the goal line. 1st and goal, trying to go for it. Nothing's there. 2nd and goal, they're trying to go for it. Can't get in the end zone. 3rd and goal, they're trying to go for it. Can't get there. And 4th and goal, it comes down to one play, season on the line. Carr takes a snap, looks for Jones in the middle of the end zone, and bam, gets picked off. That interception ends the game, and Cincinnati gets their first win, their first playoff win this millennium, and their first playoff win in 31 years. Wow, what a way to start off the playoffs. What a way to start off the playoffs. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But once again, congratulations to the Cincinnati Bengals for getting your first playoff win in 31 years. You will move on to the divisional round. As for the Raiders, this is where your season ends. Be proud of what you did this season. Be proud that you made the playoffs. And just hope you guys can fix your whole situation in the offseason. Unfortunately, your season ends here. With that being said, that is all I got. I got some work to do before I can set up the next live stream. But next up, we got the Patriots and we got the Bills. A battle of the AFC East. It's going to be fun. It's going to come down to the wire. I can't wait for that. With that being said, that is all I got. And I'm out of here, man. Peace.